Hey there, Internet. If you've talked with me any time in the last half dozen years, you've heard me talk about the four big questions that every person must answer for themselves. Those four big questions are: where did I come from? Why am I here? Where am I going? And who am I? Today, I'm going to dive deep into question two: why am I here? I'm Jack Heald, the dad you wish you had. Now, there are other ways to phrase the question, why am I here? What is my purpose? What is it that I'm meant to do? Now, to ask those questions is to presume that a purpose exists and that someone has a plan. That someone is, for lack of a better word, God. Now, I used to think that God would guide me to my purpose, so I waited and waited for God to do so. Now, his help failed to materialize, and I was left to figure things out for myself. Allow me now to kind of think out loud as we work through this together. I conceptualize God as being the best and highest I can imagine. So for me, that means that God would be the best and highest version of myself I can imagine. Now, I don't mean to, I don't want to freak anybody out. I'm not saying I'm God, but I mean to pursue the best and highest possible that I am capable of would mean that I would be approaching God. So to pursue the best and highest that I am capable of doing would mean that I have to start with where I am and what I have. So where am I? What do I have? Well, I'm a male, not a female. That means I can never be the best possible mother, but I could be the best possible father. I have no talent at hitting a baseball, so I could never be the best baseball player, but I do have talent on the piano, so I could be the best possible pianist. I have no natural ability at drawing or painting, so I could never be the best artist, but I am good with words, so I could be the best writer. Let me follow a rabbit trail a little bit. The last couple of years, on two different occasions, I felt like I was totally in over my head. First time was in an energy healing class I took, and the second time was in a very intense 2-day handgun safety class. In both cases, I felt completely overwhelmed. I not only didn't have any knowledge, I had no natural talent in either of those situations either. It is therefore very difficult for me to imagine myself being the best possible energy healer or the best possible gunfighter. Not impossible, but just very difficult. See, I am not able to conceptualize what the best at those two things would even look like, much less imagine myself reaching those heights. Now, on the other hand, I can imagine myself as a much better piano player and as a much better writer. I have enough talent, I have enough skill in those areas that I can imagine what the best in those things might look like. Furthermore, because of the knowledge and the talent that I have, I also understand how very far I have to go in order to be the best. So if I was going to guide a young version of myself towards finding out what God's plan was for my life, I think this is what I would say. I would say find out what your innate talents are and find out what your innate interests are. Then I think I'd say this: pick one of those things. Learn what the very best possible expression of those talents and those interests might be, and then try to imagine yourself approaching the pinnacle that you can imagine. And if you can't imagine that, then find something else to focus on. So why are you here? Well, the starting place is to look at your talents and your interests, and then imagine the very best that you could possibly be with the things that you have talent in and the things you have interests in. I'm Jack Heald. I'm the dad you wish you had.